Sell in May and go away. This is a famous saying in the regular financial markets, guys. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about whether this will work on Bitcoin too. So guys, let's jump straight into it. First of all, of course, if you are here watching this video, smash up that like button. That's very much appreciated. Lately, we are seeing more views on the channel, and that's thanks to you guys. All your engagement is super much appreciated and very well needed. So, normally, guys, the month of May is kind of a bad performer when we look at the stock market. So when we, for example, look right here at the regular financial markets, we can see these blue lines right here. This was the month May. So right here, in 2019, we had quite a dump after the 1st of May started. We had a dump in 2020, but actually that was quickly recovered because we got a massive liquidity crisis before with that March COVID crash. Then May 2021 was also actually quite bearish the months afterwards. May 2022 was bearish the months afterwards, and we are approaching May, as May is going to be the next month after April, right? And we already have seen quite a rally, significant rally right here in the stock market. Might not be done yet, but as May is coming closer, is it safe to say that you maybe should do something like this if you're on the stock market or on Bitcoin, sell in May and go away? Well, I would say generally, guys, I'm really a fan of these seasons. So when I see a season for selling, I'm going to be definitely a little bit biased into that, because I really believe time is a great essence when analyzing the price action. So I do think the chances that the stock market goes down in May is actually quite high, if you ask me. Then the most important thing, of course, is if the stock market is to come down during the month of May, what is going to happen with Bitcoin? Is there still a correlation? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think by looking at certain charts and certain data. And I want to start off with this data. These are the Bitcoin monthly returns. And these are basically showing in which months Bitcoin is behaving best. And as you can see, we had already 4 consecutive green months after a red month right here during the month of December. And what we can see is that in May, for May, we have approximately 50-50. So 50% of the months are red, 50% of the months are green, which is quite high, because bullish months, you want to see, of course, more green months than red months. But there's another factor that we can include, and that is the previous months. So guys, for example, right here we had a green month in May, but we had some red months in the months before. Here we had a green month in May, but we had a red month in January. For example, here we had a green month in May here too, but both we have 2 red months earlier that year. So here we also had a green month in May, but we had a lot of red months earlier that year. So far we only have green months, which actually would increase the likelihood for May to come down. And I got actually more evidence backing this up. And before I'm going to show you that evidence, guys, let me remind you that you really should leave a thumbs up, because we will need to get more than 100 likes on today's video. And save this video, make a notification in your phone to watch this video again at the end of April or maybe at the beginning of May, because you might think this might be very valuable. So guys, when we look at the monthly returns, May mostly is a bearish month, especially when we are closing the previous 4 consecutive months in green. Okay, this increases the likelihood of a red month in May. Then let me go to the Bitcoin price. Then we can also see that the next cycle low is around the 9th of May. And that is also quite interesting, because that would mean that we might see something like this, and then starting at the end of April or beginning of May start to come down. I think we might already see that at the end of April, that cycle high, and then coming into that cycle low in May. Again, with the stock markets coming down as well, we will sooner or later get a correction for Bitcoin. But I also want to stress this, guys. It is really important to note that this is for short-term traders only, because if you are a Bitcoin hodler for the longer term time frame, don't worry too much about it. Don't worry too much about it, okay? Because that is another thing that we can watch. That is, let's go to the BLX. That is the, and we take the monthly chart right here. We just take this one, and you can see that the monthly chart is just looking beautiful. It's looking extremely bullish. We are in the season of buying on a macro perspective, so I expect Bitcoin's price to continue this bull market over the next coming year, maybe even years, depending whether the 16 cycle plays out, yes or no. But I generally think that the price is going to go up. That doesn't mean that we don't see any corrections, because during this bull market as well, we got the price going up, but within the price going up, we got massive corrections, 40%, sometimes even 50% pullbacks. I think we can see that right now as well too. So maybe we do something like this. But as a short-term trader, it's very important to recognize the seasons and to know whenever we are or might going to see a correction. And I think when I look at the time cycles of Bitcoin, when I look at the time cycles of the stock market, when we look at the Bitcoin monthly returns, I think the chances are very likely for Bitcoin to have a red month of May, especially when we close April in the green. But I think there's also a possibility that we actually going to top at the end of April. And there's one chart that will predict that with us, and that is the stablecoin dominance chart that we are watching, because I think we eventually going to do something like this. We come down to this support. This is a massive support, by the way, guys, that has been created since 2019. So this is a massive channel. And I think the moment we can touch that support, making a higher low in the relative strength index, Orion's belt as well, we can see a bounce. And the moment we are bouncing, that is the Bitcoin top. And then Bitcoin will see a significant correction again. And we can confirm that as well with things that we are seeing on whaleportal, of course, like the funding rates and so on, take a buy sell ratio, open interest, Bitcoin balance on exchanges. We can confirm that more in the shorter term time frame once it's happening. But right now, from a macro perspective, we should already be aware of that, right? So this is basically what I'm watching. I think sell in May, go away might work for Bitcoin and for the regular financial markets, but only short term, as the bigger picture of Bitcoin is still bullish. And I'm definitely watching for that next cycle low in May to come and to open a nice long position for the next Bitcoin rally. If you want to know whenever Bitcoin is setting that top right here, I already have some alerts ready. If you want to know to set these, when Bitcoin is going to set this top, and whenever we are going to go long in the next cycle low, and you don't want to miss that, make sure to join WhaleAlerts, because there we will share this information with a high priority. And over on the channel, we make daily videos, so we will talk about this as well as it comes closer. But if you really want to catch this move, and you want some conviction, you want some extra information, make sure to join WhaleAlerts for free. Just join bybit with the affiliate link down below. As an active trader, it is just for free. If you are living in the United States and you cannot join Bybit, you can also join bitget. For that, you just go to whaleportal.com, you go to exchanges, you click right here on bitget, you click on view. There you can sign up on bitget, and you can also on WhaleAlerts submit your bitget user ID, and then eventually you will be added to the Telegram channel as well. So guys, I would highly recommend you this for this coming bull market, as we are definitely a unique channel with a unique perspective, looking at the macro perspective of when to take profits on Bitcoin, but also looking at shorter term time frame trades to get these really nice trades and to gain even more Bitcoin during this next bull market. So we really try here to outperform, but also to prepare you for that major recession that comes most likely in the next coming years. So guys, if you like this content, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Love you all very much. And yeah, guys, I hope to see every single one of you in the next video.